Self-confidence is a superpower. Once you start to believe in yourself, magic starts happening. In fact, with confidence, you have won before you have started. So let's start our journey for this year 2025. You have been working very hard to speak fluent English for a very long time. But this new year, we have to build English speaking confidence like never before. Why delay our self practice? Let's plan our self practice journey today itself. Hello, my dear learners. Welcome to a new session here at Skillfident Academy with your mentor, Namita. First of all, I would like to wish all of you a very happy new year. I hope this new year brings all the happiness for you and you become able to fulfill all your goals, all your expectations from yourself. One of them I know is related to your English. You know a lot of words, you know a lot of phrases. In fact, when you speak to yourself, you can speak pretty well. You can understand English, you can watch English movies easily, but still, when it comes to speaking with somebody else, you lack confidence. So, this is what we are trying to do today. We are working on building our English speaking confidence. And to build that confidence, we have to have a plan. I've come up with a ready made plan for you. You simply have to follow the instructions. If you start practicing your English like this, then by the end of March, you will notice a very evident difference in your speaking now to then. You'll feel that you can speak much more confidently. You'll notice that you are being able to use good vocabulary. You'll notice that you are automatically including a lot of wonderful phrases in your speech. But for that, you have to plan it. So come here, sit with me, and have a notebook and pen in your hand so that you note down everything that I'm going to tell you right now. We are going to do 5 major things along with some additional things. But if you do these 5 things, you will be fluent very, very soon. What I'm going to share with you today are all active learning methods, the methods which involve your active presence. You mostly are involved with passive learning methods of English. You only play videos where other people are speaking. You listen to podcasts. You even listen to English songs, but none of them is an active method. You have to invest some time. If you're serious about learning English, then you have to devote your attention, your focus, your 100% to learning English. So, the very first active learning method is shadowing. Have you heard about shadowing before? If I ask a child what is a shadow, child would tell me that if I stand under a tree, I see some shadow. If the sun is behind me, I should see my own shadow right in front, isn't it? So, shadow, if you understand what shadow is, it's just the reflection of yours. This is the similar process which we call shadowing here. The shadow is like you. So, the process of speaking is also like somebody else. Shadowing is just a language learning technique. I would say it's a technique where you repeat an audio and you start speaking just after you hear it. I mean, the video audio is being played and you're also speaking along. So you listen to the words, you listen to the sentences, you listen to the speech, and then you speak them out loud. Basically, you speak along with the person who is speaking. So, this is how we do the shadowing. Just like you see your shadow in the sun, which is like you, but not exactly like you. You can just see some image of yours. Similarly, you cannot speak exactly like the person, but you try to mimic their way of speaking. Got it? Shadowing means you have to simply speak along with the audio, speak the same words that they are speaking, the exact same sentences you're framing. You're just practicing speaking with them. It's a wonderful language learning technique. Now, it especially helps you with your flow and rhythm of speech, how you speak, how you convey your message. And it most effectively works on your pronunciation. When you listen to somebody who speaks good English, understandable English, and you try to speak like them, you develop a good pronunciation. This is where it helps. And you also are able to inculcate a lot of new words in your speech. Otherwise, you just manage with basic English knowledge that you have, the same regular words that you've been using since childhood. You simply, speak a makeshift English. But with shadowing, you can incorporate a lot of new phrases, a lot of nice um, vocabulary words. You can speak a much better English. That's what happens. And the best thing which this shadowing technique does, it helps you develop an ability to produce speech. Otherwise, if I tell you that, if I give you a topic and I ask you to speak about it, you would completely go blank, and it happens with you. So now, when you practice shadowing, you can produce a speech of your own. You know, okay, after this, I have to speak like this. But there is a condition. Now, if you listen to native speakers speaking, there are so many of them who are teaching English here. When I say native speakers, I talk about those trainers, teachers, or people who are from English speaking countries like UK, USA. They have English as their first language. So if you listen to them, you will confuse yourself further. First thing, they speak very fast, so it's difficult to catch up with their speech. They eat up a lot of words, and then there is a very peculiar accent. For, for somebody who's from India, from Pakistan, from Bangladesh, from other Asian countries, it is difficult to catch up with their speech. So I would advise you not to choose a native English speaker, somebody who speaks fast, somebody who speaks with a strong accent, because you won't be able to catch up, and you'll end up just being disappointed. You'll just give up on your practice. No, I cannot speak in English. Do this thing instead. Choose somebody who is from your region. Like if you're from these Asian countries, you can listen to an Indian English speaker. People here speak good English. It's not like we cannot speak English. There are some very good trainers. Choose somebody who's already having a command over the language. Don't choose people who have a strong mother tongue influence from that region. Choose people who speak neutral English. You don't need an accent, of course, but you need somebody who has a clear speech, somebody who you would like to speak like, right? So, and if you're from India, choose somebody who is an Indian English speaker, whose English is understandable, whose words you can easily grab, somebody whose pronunciation is absolutely fine. You can speak like them, and then practice shadowing with them. Here on Skillfident, I'm an Indian English trainer, so you will find numerous sessions, hundreds of English sessions, and I come here with a lot of experience. So my sessions will be beneficial for you. I'll highly recommend a soft skills training course that I started a couple years back, which is, I think, very enlightening and valuable for everyone. So just practice speaking with me there. You can find the playlist in the description box and follow all the sessions and try to practice shadowing there. You can click on that course. It's a free course and very beneficial. So try practice shadowing every day for 15 to 20 minutes. So in this new year 2025, make sure that you are doing some shadowing practice with a speaker who belongs to either your country or your region. Somebody who you can understand, who doesn't come with a very strong accent and who doesn't speak very fast. That will be a good thing. So, first thing that we are going to work on is shadowing. The second thing that we are going to do, and this is something which helps you learn English faster. If you just want to do it quickly, if you have a burning desire to be a good and fluent English speaker, then this is the method for you. This method involves all your senses, all your five senses. If you want to learn to speak English fluently faster, then involve your five senses into English practice. Now you'll ask me, ma'am, how? How can I invest all my senses? Now, what are your sense organs? You have ears from which you listen to. You have nose which helps you smell. You have a tongue which is not just for taste. We need this tongue for speaking. If you don't have a tongue, you cannot speak. So the tongue is there for speaking. Your mouth, and you have your skin, which allows you to touch. Your eyes for all this sight. You're watching a video, you're listening to it. So your not all your senses are involved. We are going to invest in a technique where all our senses are involved, and you're going to do it for half an hour. You have to do reading practice. Ma'am, how is my reading practice going to involve all my senses? Well, it will happen if you read out loud. Take a book. There is a full playlist where I have recommended so many books. I have given you book reviews, and in the past few sessions, I have been uploading reading along with me sessions. So you simply have to read along with me. I come up with wonderful book reading sessions where learners just read with me. I'll leave that playlist also. These are free English learning sessions. You can simply follow them. So, how will you use all your five senses to become a fluent English speaker? You'll open a book, pick up the text or the chapter you want to read. Your eyes will be focused on reading the spelling, the words, the sentences, right? Your eyes are fully involved. Your ears will get to listen to what your tongue is speaking. So, first of all, your tongue is involved because it is reading all that your eyes are seeing. You will read out loud, speak each and every word, every sentence out loud. Let your ears listen to you speak correct English. Yes, you'll be speaking correct English because whatever is written in this book is correct. When you try to speak something, when you try to create a sentence of your own, sometimes it ends up being incorrect. But in the book, whatever is written is correct English. So you simply have to read. Your eyes are involved, your tongue is involved, your ears are involved. Now, what about the nose? How is nose involved, ma'am? The smell of the pages, it's my favorite smell. And of course, the smell of the earth after the rain. But my first favorite smell has always been the smell of book pages. The old books smell different, the new books are different. When I was in school and we would get a new pile of books, with every session you get them. The moment you open, I'm sure you have also experienced that. The moment you open all the books and notebooks, that smell is something else, isn't it? The pages smell amazing. So make sure that you're smelling, you're connected with that book. You have to form a bond with that book. And your skin, the fifth sense, your finger, just touch it. Every sentence, move your finger along with every line when you're reading. And this is how we invest all our five senses into reading. Read every day for half an hour. Now it is up to you whether you finish 10 pages in half an hour or you read 20 or you finish one chapter, up to you. But be very strict with that half an hour. I would not say read for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, no, half an hour. 5 minutes is nothing. If you're serious about it, you have to sit without distractions, no TV, no screen, no laptop, no phone. You and your book and all your senses. This is the fastest method. I can promise you, I can assure you, if without fail you get to do it every day from today itself, the entire January, February, by March, you will see a very noticeable difference in your speech. In fact, you'll be very confident with speaking. You would be able to create your own sentences. The book itself will teach you how to speak good, fluent, and correct English. Mark my words and come back here and tell me that, yes, ma'am, 3 months back, I started doing this fast learning English uh, practice and I can speak very well. This is my promise to you. Can you make the similar promise to yourself that you'll read every day for half an hour? If yes, then you are always going to be fluent faster. Now you can target to finish a book by the end of March. That can be a good thing. If it's a fact book, then you can finish it in 3 months, or you can finish book weekly. That I'm reading this book, I'll finish it in 1 week. If you're reading half an hour every day, you can very easily finish one book every week. Not difficult. All right. The third method that you're going to practice in this self practice English learning journey is self talk. You have to talk to yourself. How will you do that? You will simply narrate your actions all through the day. For this, you don't have to dedicate 15, 20 minutes or half an hour. You have to do it all through the day. If you are getting up and getting ready for your office, keep telling yourself what you are doing. Suppose in the evening you've decided to water the plants. So take your bucket or the sprinkler, whatever you have, and say that I think I'll water the money plant first. It looks a little dry. Oh, the spider plant's leaves are turning yellow. Let me water it over the leaves as well. The leaves of my rubber plant are a little dusty. Let me just use the spray to clean the leaves. I will start cooking my dinner after watering the plants. See, I'm narrating my actions to myself. Today, I will make a video for active learning techniques to share with my learners. This is something which I'm narrating to myself. Whatever you are doing, whatever activity you're involved in, just keep narrating your actions to yourself, and that's the best way of self talk. That's the best way. Basically, what you are doing, you are thinking aloud. We do all the things unconsciously. We do everything. All of us are performing numerous tasks through the day. You're doing the laundry, you're cleaning your house, you're changing the bed sheets. Whatever you're doing, you're already doing it. You simply have to think aloud. Give your mind a chance to think aloud and then speak it out loud. This is the best way of talking to yourself. What else can be a wonderful method than narrating your own actions to yourself? So think aloud what you are doing, being mindful, being present into that moment and speaking it out loud. I'm changing the pillow covers. I think I need a warmer bed sheet now. It is getting way too cold, so I will not use these cotton bed sheets anymore. Let's change it into a warmer one, and I'll have a quilt which is much more thicker because I am feeling very cold these days. That's why my sleep is also always disturbed. And in the morning, I'll take a shower with warm water and I'll then sit inside the house. I'll not immediately step out after taking a warm shower. Like that. I mean, you do so many things. Can you just narrate those things to yourself? Yes, of course you can. If you can, that's a very good self practice, active learning technique for you. So, self talk is something which you're going to do every day. This increases your confidence, and not just increases your confidence, it gives you opportunities to speak about different things all through the day. When you are cooking, your vocabulary will be different. You'll be talking about fennel seeds, you'll be talking about coriander, you'll be talking about fenugreek seeds, you will be talking about different names of the vegetables, the spices, cardamom, cinnamon, nutmeg, everything. When you are taking a shower, you'll be talking about different vocabulary. When you're watering your plants, your vocabulary will be different. Everything will be included in different formats. So you give yourself an opportunity to speak on different topics. That can be a great practice session. So you have to narrate your own actions to yourself, and at the same time, let your mind think aloud. We talk about thinking in English so many times. This is how you do it. Think about what you're doing, speak it out loud, and do it all across the day, not just dedicating a special time. No, from the moment you get up from your bed till the time you go back to bed. In between, while driving, while doing anything, just narrate your actions to yourself. Let's move on to the fourth practice thing. You have to memorize either a story or an essay or any particular article. It can be about technology. It can be about impact of social media. It can be a story with a good moral lesson, anything. Memorize it. Learn it like you learned it in the childhood. Isn't it we make them recite a poem, the small children in nursery play group, they just, you know, cram the whole poem. And then you tell them they speak word after word, sentences after sentences. You have to do the same thing. Read it once, twice, thrice, and then start speaking. And keep repeating it uh, till you can speak it correctly, till you can speak it with all the words that were present, with all the phrases that were included. So you have to master one story every week, one essay or one article every week. It will take you 1 week to just speak it as it is, as it was there. 1 week. It can be a weekly activity. So pick up a story. It can be from a storybook. It can be from a storytelling video. You can even simply choose a childhood story, memorize it, and every day just speak it to yourself. Like once in a day, you get back to the same story till you master speaking it absolutely correct, the way you read it. So recite an essay or a story or an article to yourself and keep repeating it till you speak it with all the expressions. One speech is like, once there was a boy, he was very greedy, he found a piece of chapati and he, like that. The other way is, once there was a boy, he was very greedy. Can you see the change in the expressions? So make sure that you keep repeating, you keep reciting the same story or an article to yourself until you start speaking it with expressions. And that is how it happens. We are nervous the first time, then when we repeat it, we speak it with little bit of expressions, then a little more, then a little more, and ultimately when we see ourselves in the mirror speaking the same story, we feel confident. This is your confidence building activity. You have to incorporate expressions as well. You cannot keep speaking like robots. Your speech needs to have some expressions into it. And repetition is the key. Keep repeating, keep reciting till you feel that it has enough expressions, till you feel that whatever I have spoken was good, till you like it yourself. Don't allow others to judge you, don't allow others to tell you whether you spoke well or not. Be your own judge, be your own um, feedback person. You give yourself the feedback that whatever you've spoken was not up to the mark. You need to work a little more on it. So, working on your expressions is very important. For that, we will memorize a story, any essay, something which you find easy, and then you can keep stepping up based on your understanding. You can keep increasing the difficulty level, something which is in a difficult English where a little polished vocabulary is used, it has more phrases like that. You decide, completely up to you. So, that is the fourth way. You have to recite a story after you memorize it, right? It can be a weekly activity. Now, the last activity, which is again an active learning method, that is writing journals. Now, writing, when I say writing, most of you will just feel that why is she asking us to write? We are talking about speaking confidence and why writing. When you write something down, you build a connection with your mind, because your mind is here connected with your hand will be connected with the pen to the paper. You see that whole flow from your mind, the thoughts are getting an outlet through your hand onto a paper. This helps you with your speech. Make sure you write something every day. And when you write something every day, if it becomes a habit, it's called a journal. Journal is nothing like a rocket science. Very simple thing. You have to, you can start with planning your self practice. Like whatever you're noting down right now, before starting the session, I told you that sit with a pen and notebook because I want you to note down these points. So, whatever you're noting down right now is nothing but your journal entry, right? Like right now, you've noted down the points that I'm telling you. After this, start setting goals that by the end of January, I have to start using the common phrases, the common vocabulary which everybody is using. Instead of saying I'm hungry, I'll say I'm starving, like that. By the end of January, I have to substitute my basic vocabulary with the little polished one. Start setting goals for yourself. That by the end of February, I have to start speaking without pauses. Give yourself some goals so that you have something to achieve. You have to set goals, break it into smaller chunks, and keep working on it. Then, every day, add on a few new vocabulary words that you notice or you listen to in your office or while watching a video, listening to somebody's podcast. Make sure that you're noting it down. We are talking about your journal only. There has to be addition of 5 6 new words every day, the basic ones, not very special ones, something, not something which you're never going to use. Write down something which you can use easily, which people speak and you get impressed. Adding on some vocabulary. Note down quotes. Now this is something you can do every morning. Find yourself a good inspirational quote and just note it down. That can be a great way. So your notebook, which you have picked up right now, has to be completely full by the end of March. You should have so much of stuff into it, the vocabulary, your goals, your planning for self practice, new quotes, new phrases, everything, that the pages are all full. And then read it out loud whenever you get time. If not every day, whenever you have some free time, turn the pages and have a look at the vocabulary that you had noted down. Have a look at the quotes that you had noted down. You can simply pen down your emotions if there is a day when you're feeling sad, if there is a day when you have lost something, or a day when you were happy, you spent it with your loved ones, you felt on the top of the world. Note that down and make sure you turn the pages back and read something. Note down every day, read maybe after 2 3 days or once in a week, up to you. But noting something down every day is very important. Then only we'll call it journal. So, note down something, keep that, maintain that diary, keep it with you if you can. If not, then you can dedicate a time that before sleeping I have to write something, I'll write some quotes, what have I done all through the day today, how did the day go by. This will not only help you in building your English speaking confidence, it will also help you in getting better in life. You'll come much more closer to becoming your better version. That's what journal entry does. That's why people write journals. It's very important to keep you disciplined in life. Journal helps you keep a track of your actions, your life. Where is your life going? You have set goals. You're working on achieving something in life. You want to be successful. You want to make more money. You want to be smart. You want to be a confident English speaker. Yes, but who is keeping the track of where you are heading or whether you're heading in right direction or not? For that, you have to have a diary or a notebook to keep that track. So writing journal will help you enhance your confidence and it helps you directly with your speaking. All right. So do these 5 things and I can assure you that you will be fluent by the end of March. A new year has started. It has brought a lot of new hopes for all of us. And I truly wish that by following these five active learning techniques, you are going to be very fluent this year itself. You will not carry it forward to 2026. So, we are going to do shadowing. We are going to work on all the five senses investment technique. We are going to work on our self talk, which is very, very important. We are going to memorize a story or an essay and recite it. And finally, we are going to maintain a journal diary for ourselves. All these things together will make us very, very fluent. Are you promising yourself that you will do it from today in this new year? You have to promise yourself, make it your biggest resolution that you are going to work on your English speaking confidence. I know you can speak a little bit of English, makeshift English, but to take it to that level where you are proud of yourself needs confidence. To build that confidence, you have to do all these things. My best wishes are always with you. And you can write to me if you need any further assistance or any kind of guidance. I will definitely help you. So take care of yourself, keep working on your English, keep practicing your English every day. I'll see you very, very soon. Bye bye for now.